How's it going, Raider Nation? It's JT coming at you with another episode of the Raidercast, your podcast for everything silver and black. Today, I am going to be discussing the 1% chance that we can make the playoffs. The one very specific scenario that is still left for us to make the playoffs, because Miami did lose on Sunday to the Packers. Although the Chargers won last night, we are not eliminated because there's still one spot remaining, and we can still have all the tiebreakers and shit over the Dolphins and all the other teams in the AFC as long as there's one specific scenario happens. Peter Schrager did it best on GMFB, so I'm going to let him say it, and then I'm going to discuss it.
Vegas must win their last two games. Second, the Dolphins must lose their last two games. Third, the Jets need to lose Week 17 at Seattle, then win in Week 18 at Miami. Fourth, the Patriots then need to beat the Dolphins in Week 17, but then lose Week 18 at Buffalo against the Bills. Fifth, the Steelers then need to lose at least one game. Sixth, the Titans, they need to beat the Cowboys at home, then lose in the regular season finale against the Jaguars. There would then be a six-way tie for the seventh playoff spot. Well, first, the tiebreaker is a divisional. The Patriots would have the best head-to-head record among the Jets and Dolphins, which would eliminate New York and Miami. The second tiebreaker is overall conference record, and Pittsburgh would be 4-8 in the conference in the AFC games. Tennessee would be 5-7 in the conference in AFC games, but New England and Las Vegas would both be 6-6. That eliminates both Pittsburgh and Tennessee. So it would then come down to the Raiders, and you guessed it, the Patriots. This play right here would be the tiebreaker in earning the final spot in the AFC playoffs.
I think that is so fucking crazy. That is such a batshit insane, just things that need to happen. First of all, let's talk about the other teams before we even talk about the Raiders. Miami needs to lose to the Patriots this week. Possible. The Dolphins might be out. Tua. Patriots aren't necessarily a bad team. They have the defense to stop the Dolphins' offense, and the Patriots could win against Miami. It's not impossible. The Jets need to lose to the Seahawks. Again, that's definitely possible. The Jets look rough. Mike White will be back, but Seattle's also looking kind of so I don't know about that one. The Steelers losing one game, I can see that happening. I would also like to say the Titans, he's actually wrong about one thing. The Titans don't need to lose, or it doesn't matter if they lose or win against the Cowboys. That game doesn't matter. According to the New York Times, which is the thing I trust the most, according to them, the Cowboys and the Titans winning, losing doesn't matter because it's a non-conference game, non-divisional game, has no effect on the conference record, divisional record, and it just matters about the record. And at the end of the day, the Titans beating the Cowboys would probably help them because it would give them confidence to beat Jacksonville in Week 18. But more than likely they lose, so that game just doesn't matter. Let's forget about the Titans game against the Cowboys Thursday night. That game doesn't matter. Now, going into Week 18, the Bills need to beat the Patriots, which is entirely possible, especially if the Bills are fighting for the number one seed in the AFC. They will absolutely try to curb stomp the Patriots. The Jaguars beating the Titans is definitely possible because they just did that, and they're going to be wanting to beat the Titans and make the playoffs and all that, so they're going to be trying their damnedest. And then the Jets need to beat the Dolphins, which, again, if the Dolphins lose to the Patriots, I definitely think the Jets can. It's just a matter of if the Jets or the Dolphins win this upcoming week, it doesn't matter. If the Jets end up, or was it the Dolphins end up winning at the 1 p.m. game, we're eliminated before we even play. So none of that matters. So the Patriots-Dolphins game is definitely one to watch if you care about us making the playoffs at all, which I don't, but I'm making this video because it's important. It's it's good to know. But again, like I just said, Dolphins win at all, or if the Jets end up beating the Seahawks, we're out of the playoff contention because if they win against the Dolphins have to beat the Jets for us to make it, and then the Dolphins already have to lose out, so it doesn't work. Or if the Patriots beat the Bills week 18, we're out. If the Jaguars lose to the Titans, we're out. So it's just like, it's crazy. Like, these very specific scenarios need to happen. Very, very specific scenarios. And then, that doesn't even talk about us, who have to face the Niners defense and then the Chiefs offense back to back. Granted, they are home games. And granted, we played the Chiefs close on prime time in Kansas City earlier this season. But with how we've played of late, especially who at quarterback, I don't know if we could do it. I really don't. This Niners game is going to be disgusting, especially if it goes the way I think it's going to go. Oh my God, we are going to get schmacked. We're going to be destroyed by the Niners. If our offense can't score on the Steelers, how can we expect us to score on the Niners, who've just been dominant the past few weeks, who have Nick Bosa coming to town? They have Arik Armstead. They have their whole defensive squad is insanely good. Fred Warner, that safety that's really good. That's a Pro Bowler now. I forget his name. I mean, we're fucked. And then on the offensive side, they have one of the best offenses in the league with Kyle Shanahan. Our defense is going to do its best, and I think they'll do decently for a quarter or two, but I don't think our offense is going to be able to compete. And then we have the Chiefs, which, again, like I said, we played close, but they're going to be fighting for a number 1 seed in the AFC, and they want to have the number 2, so that way they have a really high chance of having Arrowhead, the playoffs run through Arrowhead until they face the Bills. So they're going to be playing their damnedest to win the AFC entirely, or at least keep the number 2 seed. So it's not even the other shit that I'm worried about. It's us. I don't think we win. So, man, this team. We beat the Steelers and the Rams, and we have this scenario. If we had just had the scenario, and we don't have to worry about winning, we just have to have this shit happen, and we can lose the next 2 games, dude, we'd be fine. We'd be so fine if we could just beat these fucking teams that we lost to. This team is so infuriating, but that's the playoff scenario. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think is going to happen. I sure shit don't think we're going to win out. That's the thing that I think we're going to be knocked out this week. We're losing. I guarantee you all this stuff is going to happen. Every single thing is going to happen, and either we lose to the Niners or we lose to the Chiefs week 18. I just knocked over my thing because I just bumped my desk. So, yeah, that's the playoff scenario. 1% chance, a little over 1% chance of that happening. If all that happens, it's 100%. If any little deviation of what I just said happens, we're out. If the Steelers went out, we're out. That's another thing I didn't even talk about. Steelers need to lose 1, but they face the Ravens and the Browns. They might win out. At this point, they might legitimately win out and be the team that make the playoffs because they beat us. Crazy. It's crazy how that works. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel about that down in the comments. I feel insane talking about this, but I'm talking about it. Yeah, like and subscribe for more Silver and Black unfiltered content. I try to keep it real with y'all. I always do. I've always believed in keeping it real, and I am very much a realist, and we ain't making the playoffs. That's just how it's going to be. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great day, and peace out, Raider Nation.